What I see in the America First world is a sense that what came before was insufficiently nationalist. If I was to say what unites all of you together, it is a sense of renewed nationalism, and the sense that nationalism was betrayed not just by a left that you say has excesses, but a right that lost the plot. In what way was George W. Bush not nationalist?
Well, the short version of the answer to that question would be interventionist foreign policy and the use of American taxpayer and even life resources to advance goals that didn't directly advance or even indirectly advance the American interest. That's the short version of the answer to that question. But actually, if you want to go longer form in terms of history here, I think if you go back to Lyndon Johnson's Great Society, this is a kind of modern original sin in American politics of the creation of a nanny state. To me, I include the entitlement state, which is the state that gives away stuff, welfare, Medicaid, et cetera. There's the regulatory state, the rise of three-letter agencies to administer this larger form of government, and the regulatory state. And then there's the foreign nanny state, which is the foreign aid complex and the foreign interventionist complex. What I think of as classical conservatism in the latter half of the 20th century was a reactionary response to that LBJ vision of the Great Society that got watered down through what we would say the rise of neoconservatism, Bush-era conservatism, that effectively accepted that this sort of larger form of government in some form was here to stay, that we're not really going to undo the Great Society, that we're not really going to undo the existence of the regulatory state, but we want to be thoughtful about curbing its overgrowth, while at the same time saying that while we're at it, and we got big government, we might as well use it to spread democracy using capitalism as a vector to do it. And if we're not going to use capitalism to do it, we'll use military force to do it. And that's a different kind of big government that became accepted in the form of conservative doctrine, not just accepted, but a central feature of it. Versus the strand that I'm more identified with, what I've certainly termed the national libertarian or national liberty strand of America First, says that actually the whole project, we got to actually keep our eye on the ball, was dismantling the existence of that nanny state in all of its forms, the entitlement state, the regulatory state, and the foreign nanny state.